What's up, family? Winford Burns here for this week's What Does the Bible Say About Money? So this week we want to talk about one of the first passages and one of my favorite passages, to be honest, about money. It comes from Proverbs 10:4 that says that lazy hands lead to poverty, but diligent hands lead to wealth. Another translation of it changes that word lazy to slack. And in both instances, what it's trying to get us to understand is that hands, or a person who spends their time being deceptive, or who spends their time trying to make shortcuts, a person who's not willing to be excellent in the thing that they are doing, the thing that they are purposed to do, that will lead to poverty. Now, we can look at this word poverty in multiple contexts. It doesn't necessarily always has to be money, but ultimately this can be used in the context of money. That if you refuse to do the work that allows you or brings you into a place of excellence or of mastery in whatever area that you are called into, that you are purposed, that you are gifted, that you are skilled to do, then it leads to poverty. But if you are diligent, if you put in the work, the effort to learn your skill, to become sharp at your craft, then that leads to wealth. What does that look like? That looks like that we invest in learning how to do something at a level that people then seek us out as an expert, that we are specialists at whatever it is that we are called to do, so that when that need arises in the person's life or in a group's life, that you or I would be the person that they would know has expertise in that area. So you would call a plumber if you have issues with your pipes. You would call a mechanic if you have issues with your car. You would call a roofer somebody who, if you have issues with your roof. You wouldn't call a mechanic if there's something wrong with your roof, because you understand that that roofer has an expertise and should be able to diagnose the problem and give you a solution that fits the need that you have. So when we do this, the Bible says, when we become experts at this, when we are diligent at this, then what that leads us to is that leads us to wealth. So none of that name it and claim it. You can't just expect things to happen. None of that, the thing that just says that you don't have to work for it, because you absolutely have to do that, because to become a master at something, to become a specialist at something, requires a level of diligence and mastery and study and patience and trial and error and continuing to keep up with whatever is happening in your field. But when you do that, you become wealthy. Not just wealthy financially, but wealthy in your knowledge, wealthy in your peace, wealthy in every area of your life, because you have a skill and a passion for something that is an answer to a problem. So the Bible tells us again that lazy hands lead to poverty, but diligent hands lead to wealth. So find the thing that you are passionate about, that you would spend, as Malcolm Gladwell would say, your 10,000 hours becoming a master at. And when you find that thing, when you work at it, when you put in the effort to become the master in that area, then wealth happens. I hope this helps you. As always, please hit that share button. Please go and put your comments if you have any. And I will see you next week for What the Bible Says About Money.